What is going on, everybody? Welcome to High School Never Ends, a pop punk dad podcast. I'm Wingman Steve.
And I'm Chris 183.
And here we are. It's March, right in the middle of March Madness, where we're going to do some fun little brackets. And, you know, we've done some that are music related. We have some plans coming up for more music ones, but we have one that's a little bit out of left field today, Chris. It's a little different than other brackets we've done in the past.
It is. It's a little different, but I'll tell you what, I think the opinions are going to be just as strong. I wanted to come up with a good word there, but yes. So, Steve, everybody has to eat. And once in a while, everybody likes to have snacks.
I like to snack often. That is true, especially on a road trip. And the way that this has been set up for us is that we came up with a couple concepts for these brackets for the month. And then we asked our patrons if they had any fun ideas for a bracket, if they wanted to do the work for us and basically say, here is a bracket of whatever, and you guys do it. And this is where we ended up with Jason C. Thank you so much. Figured out a way to combine and contrast pop punk bands along with road trip snacks in order to help us figure out the ultimate sweet and or salty treat for a long ride. And that's the background. And as with any one of these brackets, it can't just be you and I, Chris, because if we both disagree, there has to be a third. And we haven't talked to our buddy Tom Keiger from Houston Calls and Throw Thermal Pod in quite some time. And you've done a bracket before with us, so you were the perfect choice. How are you on your snacks? Do you like to snack?
First of all, hey guys, this is so cool to be back. And
too many questions at once. Sorry.
I'm a snacking phenom. I feel like I go to the grocery store if I'm allowed to do the shopping. I'm a snack picker upper, like impulse snacks. I love new snacks. I love trying different flavors of snacks. I love snacks.
Again,
and saying the word snacks.
The perfect snack. Tom Keiger is the perfect snack to have on our show. You're a snack buddy.
Yeah, I love to be a snack buddy of you too.
Chris, you're a snack buddy too.
Yeah, and I like to try new things too. Just like you, Tom, on that one. If I see a new type of chip or a new something, I'll pick it up just to try it. So I'm right there with you.
Do you guys go to those stores like the Asian superstores or the places in the mall that have all the different chips and snacks from like around the globe and try and pick out the weird ones?
I don't have one of those. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't? Tom, do you have one of those stores?
Yeah, we got a couple. We've got like a Global Mart, a place that I don't go there frequently for snacks, but you just kind of made me think that that's an opportunity I need to seize.
Oh, they just opened this giant Asian superstore. And they have so much stuff. They have produce. They have like a lot of live fish and animals and all sorts of poultry. But then they also have the snack aisles where they have all the different like chips and like some of it is translated into English. Some of it's not. But there's like these crazy flavors. So I'm not that adventurous. I'm a little adventurous.
That's dangerous though. Like if you can't read the label, I'm afraid I'm going to get some fishy chip, and I hate fish, so that would be, I don't know, Chris. It might be dangerous for us too. No, probably not. It would be dangerous for us if we want to go try new things, and there's like 18 million different things. I don't know.
I've tried fish chips. I've had them. I've had other things that I can't even describe what the taste was. Somebody picked up. Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about with that, but I think somebody else that I know did find something similar to that and brought over a couple bags of random flavored chips that I tried a couple years back. So I didn't eat the whole bag. I had one and I thought it was kind of weird, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I like dill pickle chips. Those are good. Those are a little delicious. Out of left field, but I like those. But so we are this does somewhat relate to pop punk in a way, right? So essentially, we have a bracket full of 32 road trip snacks that have been paired up against one another, and we're going to go matchup by matchup to figure out who wins, and then we're going to keep going along until we have an ultimate winner. But each one of these snacks Jason, I don't know if you did this yourself or if you use the artificial intelligences, but regardless, each one of the snacks is kind of paired to a pop punk band. So as we go through them, I'll read to you the descriptions of why that snack is paired to that pop punk band. And I don't know if that should influence your decision on which wins. I personally think it should probably just be based on which snack you think is better. But if you would like to take the band into consideration, that's totally up to us, all three of us.
I would vote. I mean, so we're saying like individually, or just we have to decide this right now?
Each individual one, however we want to do it. I don't think there's any real rules for this.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take it for what it's worth. I'm going to put, a Pop-Tart against a Cheerios or whatever, right? Whatever's out there. I'm going to just take it for face value. Yes. But here's something else you didn't say.
Okay.
Should we take it into consideration that this is for road trips? So what's the best for road trips, not just a snack in general?
I believe that you should take that into consideration as it was presented to us. Again, since we didn't come up with this concept, it was titled the Pop Punk Road Trip Gas Station Snacks. So we might have paraphrased it in the naming of this episode or the bracket you're looking at right now. But I think you should take that into account. But again, that's up to you. If you're like, if there's a snack that maybe doesn't work well for a road trip, but it's your favorite and you want to vote for it, I don't think the snack police are coming after any of us.
They might. And are we foregoing the veto this time around?
Tom, you've been part of these before. You understand how the veto works in that each of us gets a veto. Do you think we should have a veto here?
Oh yeah, because it's basically sustaining one of the ones that you want to go forward, right?
Yes,
exactly.
It's got to be part of this.
All
please.
Right, so the veto can only be used in, what was it, the round of 32 and the round of 16, or does it also go to the round of 8? I forget.
We can do it through because this is a special time. This is a special bracket. We could do it within the round of 8.
Okay. So as you guys are looking at the screen, we have this row here, this row here, and this row here. So basically the first 3 rounds, if you will. Might be difficult for the people listening to follow along, but you guys get it. So everybody has one veto.
One veto.
If your snack, you don't have to use it, but if your snack that you feel really strongly about loses, then you can veto and move it forward one time. Make sense?
Can I ask one question?
You can ask 2 questions.
I only have one. It's basically, if we're going to get all these snacks laid out and I'm going to get a brand name of a snack, there's a variety of different flavors for that brand. Are we going original or any specific flavor of my choosing if I want to throw that in there?
Good question.
So I believe so there's not only the bracket, but again, there are sheets that come along with it. Why don't we work on that as we go, and we can figure out, if we get to Kit Kats and you like the ones that are like white chocolate or something, you can propose that and we can discuss. Again, this is, this is not moving mountains. We're not passing bills in the U.S. government here.
It's a big deal, dude.
I think you can still make a decision based on the brand, though. If you think about Lay's chips, they are Lay's chips.
Oh, well, keep in mind. So for some of them, that one in particular, it does say on the sheet Lay's classic chips, but I didn't. I tried when I made the bracket here. I tried to consolidate.
So if it doesn't, then to my point, we just have to take it all encompassing, and I think you can do that because the consistency of a Twizzler is the consistency of a Twizzler. I mean, unless you're talking about the Twizzler with the stuff in the middle of them, dude, which are really good.
By the way, chocolate Twizzlers are one of the greatest snacks of all time. And that, oh, dude, I love those chocolate Twizzlers. That's 100% corn syrup and deliciousness.
Yeah, you can have them.
All right. So we got this down. I think that we're just going to go, I'm not going to read everything. We're going to kick into it and we're just going to get started. The bracket is set up into quadrants. Okay. The first quadrant was Jason titled it the Warped Tour region, which is basically the headliners. Okay, that's what he called this. So matchup number 1 is going to be nacho cheese Doritos, okay, versus versus pretzel rods. And these are the pop punk bands represented here. So nacho cheese Doritos are Blink-182, the undisputed headliner snack, loud, messy, everywhere, and somehow still the biggest thing in the room 30 years later. Pretzel rods are the Wonder Years, a reliable road trip snack with strong Heartland energy. Take that for what. So this is the setup. This is how we'll do each one. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Copy.
It does.
Copy that.
All right, Tom. Why don't you take the first decision here?
I'm going to start basing all my decisions off of the road trip snack too. I think it's a big. I like that you were talking about that, Chris. So pretzel rods is my vote based on the ease of eating. No mess on my fingers. If I'm in a van, like trying to wipe that off, pretzel rods all day.
You're going to get salt in your lap.
Listen, you could, but that's okay. I'm actually going to go pretzel rods too in this one. And it's because of the mess. It's because of the yellow fingers on the steering wheel. Yes, Doritos nacho cheese are delicious, but I don't need to have them for a road trip. And the nice thing about pretzel rods is, you can bite off a piece and just kind of suck on it for a while, and the salt's there and it's good. I especially like the dark pretzel rods too. Those are really good as well.
All right. Well, this is two nothing already. I think my vote would be for Doritos, and I'm quite surprised that Doritos has lost this matchup. I'm not necessarily going to throw my veto in here because I don't really care. I do enjoy pretzel rods, but I feel like Doritos is kind of like one of those number one snacks, and that's like a Cinderella upset there by the pretzel rods.
All right.
You having fun, Tom?
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, so the next matchup, we have Oreo cookies versus Sour Patch Kids. And the bands that we are relating to these, Oreo cookies are My Chemical Romance. Dramatic, iconic, and slightly theatrical. Also the snack equivalent of wearing black eyeliner to the grocery store. Sour Patch Kids are Taking Back Sunday. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Basically the emotional arc of half their discography.
Steve, why don't we go the opposite way? So Steve, you kick us off.
All right. I will say that. So would you consider yourselves more of a chocolate or a chewy person in general, or is everything kind of good?
I'm not huge into chocolate.
Okay.
Same. I agree. I'm the same way.
Gotcha. Well, so Oreos, they're chocolatey, but they're not. But I was just kind of going like the chocolatey versus the sour or the sweet here. I like both. I like a lot more of the sour candies that are not the exact Sour Patch Kids. I like the peach rings and the watermelon slices and those things. I'm going to give my vote for the Oreos here. Oreo cookies.
You like the fruit slices that stick together in the candy jar?
Yeah.
Like
those are good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. All right. I'm going to go Sour Patch Kids because I think that I just anything sour gets my vote no matter what. I know that, Oreos are an all-time favorite and they have their place. But again, if we're thinking road trip, you eat an Oreo, it crumbles all over the place. And you also get like a dust that can make a mess. Sour Patch Kids, you just pop them and they're delicious.
But the sugar gets all over your fingers.
Hold on, now are we arguing
too.
this?
Same.
I thought I had I had the floor.
You do. I just got to present both sides.
I just like
I have to point out hypocrisy when I see it.
I mean, it's no hypocrisy because I think that sour candy, Sour Patch Kids tastes better and is better for a road trip.
Okay,
that's it.
Well, that point I will not disagree with your opinion on, but the mess thing, they both can make mess.
No way. The cookie, you crunch it, and Sour Patch Kids doesn't have crumbs.
There's sugar all over them, which gets on your fingers, makes you sticky, gets in your lap.
If you dump out like half of them into your hand and rub them all over your face like this,
maybe I'm doing
just
that
take one at a time.
What do you do with your Sour Patch Kids, Tom? Do you rub them all over your face?
Often, yeah. But I'm actually going to pick Sour Patch Kids, but I'm going to pick them because I think the most important element of eating an Oreo is my glass of milk that goes along with it. And so if I don't have that on a road trip, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with a dry Oreo. I'm sorry, that's just not going to do it for me. And I think Sour Patch Kids are just easier to snack on in the car or the van.
Okay, well, moving on. Sour Patch Kids moves on. I've been outvoted 2-1 so far on both of our matchups. This is looking like it's a mutiny. But our next matchup here, we have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups versus Beef Jerky. So Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are Fall Out Boy. Perfect combination that somehow works for everyone. Pop hooks with a little darkness underneath. And Beef Jerky is Rise Against. Tour van survival food, tough, gritty, and built for the road. And Chris, you haven't gone first yet, so you're up.
This is easy for me. This is a staple of every road trip that I've ever taken. And this is and this is a tough one because the one that I'm not going to choose is really good too. And probably like 99% of the population never turns one down when offered. But I think you think of a road trip, you want something that lasts, you want something that tastes good, you want something that has a lot of protein. And beef jerky is all of those things. It lasts, you chew it, it's not gone in like 5 seconds. And it can be all different flavors. It can be, peppered. There's so many different options. It's got to be beef jerky.
Tom, what do you think?
So I stopped eating meat about 2 years ago, but the staple that is beef jerky survived me many a trip, like gas station trips on the road. But I don't know. I got the one with like the cheese stick that came alongside it.
Oh, yeah.
And the bite, when you would bite both of them together, it was just magical. And so, Reese's is my favorite candy of all time, but I'm going to go beef jerky on this one, even though I wouldn't be eating it right now. I still think it's the better snack for the trip.
Well, that's very nice of you to, really concentrate on the integrity of the bracket and not let your personal choices interfere here. All right, for the first time, I'm going to agree with you guys. So first off, if it's the day after Halloween and my daughter has a giant bowl of candy and I'm going for like one thing, Reese's is one of the top things that I would pull out. But you both make excellent points for a road trip. I think, they have most of the stuff at every gas station, but they have lots of different beef jerkies. You can get the original or the teriyaki or the peppered or whatever. You can get it in like kind of flakes or chunks or sticks. So I think that beef jerky is the winner here. So beef jerky moves on. All right. So the last matchup that we have in the Warped Tour headlining region is going to be Pringles, which is Paramore. Once you start, you can't stop. Consistently good across multiple eras. Versus Cheez-Its, which is all-time low. Ridiculously easy to consume an entire box without even noticing.
Tom, go ahead.
Pringles is an easy choice for me here because of the can. If I'm traveling, I got an easy container that can be used for other things too, just in case. Cheez-Its are a mess. They're crumbling all over the place. You're talking about dust before Grandpa Joe. I mean, we got the dust. Sorry, Chris. We got the dust all over the place with these things. So I'm going to vote Pringles.
Yeah, for me, this one is not even close. I could see a universe where Pringles takes down this entire bracket because Pringles are one of the ultimate road trip snacks. You can easily pass that can, around your car for all the members. There's not as many flavors, but you got like barbecue and sour cream original, and I think there's a cheddar one. Maybe there's some other ones, but I think you can get the little tiny individual can if you're just by yourself on a trip, or you can get the big ass can where you can't get your paw into the bottom. So I agree, Pringles should move on here.
You could do the duck mouth thing, that fun, like put the chips one on, right?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
Make a beak.
No sorries. I'm just trying to think about this one. I know it's already 2-0, so it doesn't really matter what I want to do here unless I use a veto, but I don't know. Like the only thing I'll say here, and I'm probably gonna go Cheez-Its, and here's why. I feel like you could eat a half a can of Pringles and you don't really feel like you've eaten anything because it's they're made of nothing. Like you eat them and You don't feel like there was, and the other thing is that I think from a flavor standpoint, Pringles are okay, but I think Cheez-Its can have a better flavor depending on what you get. It can have a stronger flavor or a more pronounced flavor, a more satisfying flavor in that
Cheddar
way.
blasted.
So yeah, so and there's different kind of Cheez-Its too, like the Cheez-It Crisps that are really good. Unless these are identified as Cheez-It Classics, I'm gonna go Cheez-Its, but I'm not gonna use my veto.
Okay. All right, so that takes care of the Northwester in the top left-hand bracket here. We're going to move on to the bottom left bracket, which is going to be called the Basement Show region, which are represented by Scene Classics. And the first matchup that we have is Lay's Classic Chips. That's Green Day. Simple, iconic, and timeless. No gimmicks needed. Just 3 ingredients and decades of dominance. I like that. That's good. Versus Twizzlers, which is Good Charlotte, which will make Chris really want to vote for them. Peak early 2000s mall punk energy. So we have Lay's Classic versus Twizzlers. Salty versus chewy.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go Twizzlers here. If we were to open this up to different types of Lay's, like Lay's Sour Cream and Onion might be Twizzlers for me, but it was specifically categorized as Lay's Classic Chips. And I think that, again, if you guys are talking about the mess and the eating and the bag and the dust and the crumbs and everything, Twizzlers are super easy. They're delicious and strawberry. I highly recommend the chocolate ones. You can only get them in that giant fucking bag. You can't get them in like an individual pack, but I love those chocolate ones. But Twizzlers is the vote for me.
And look, there's going to be things on this list that make a mess that I'm going to go for. So don't think that that's the end all be all. Excuse me, of this, but I think I'm going to agree with you, Steve. I don't see how you go wrong with Twizzlers. Like they're so good no matter what you get. I don't like the chocolate ones, but I like most of them. I'll eat them. They're just not my favorite. But man, are they good? And I could eat them by the handfuls. They shouldn't. They're not good to eat by the handfuls, but you can. And Lay's are just like a greasy, I don't know. I just never really was into the plain. You can't dip them. Not that you're dipping anything in the car, but they just crumble. They're fine. They have classic taste to them, but nah, I'm going Twizzlers.
This is the only one that I was going to align myself with the music choice too, because I'm gonna vote Lay's here because Green Day was this is the only one that I'm gonna be going that way. I know it doesn't matter, but I feel like the one thing about Twizzlers that I dislike is I always eat one, and then the second one I eat, I hate it. I don't ever like more than one. I'm always like, oh, this is pretty good, and then I go for more, and I'm over it already. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to vote Lay's, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to use my veto here. I'll save it for something more important to me.
Tom could never vote against anything connected to Green Day. I get it.
True.
It's okay. All right, moving on here in the Basement Show region, we have Cheetos Crunchy. Okay, that's a day to remember. Loud, chaotic, and leaves orange destruction everywhere. And that's going up against Trail Mix. No specific trail mix. It's just his trail mix. That's Jack's Mannequin. The ultimate late night road trip snack. A little thoughtful, a little emotional, and perfect for long drives while Andrew McMahon songs make you rethink your entire life. What do we think? Cheetos versus trail mix.
Is that me first?
Sure. I forget.
It's trail mix. I just think that you're getting so many different things in the trail mix. It's generally better for you anyway. And I think Cheetos are just gross. Like I'm going to throw out the yellow Cheetos hands here, but now I will say that if these just plain, so we said these are classic Cheetos, right?
It says crunchy, so it doesn't really. I mean, I would take that as classic, but if they were the flamin' hot ones or whatever, if that would sway you can.
Well, there's like the puffs too, right? So I think they're trying to.
No, this is crunchy, not puff.
Right. Not the puffs. The puffs ones I feel like are pretty good. The crunch ones.
I'm going trail mix. I love flamin' hot, but again, I don't eat Cheetos. I just don't like them.
Tom, what's your thought?
Yeah, trail mix too. I think it's just a better. You got a variety of things. It's healthier. It kind of gives you more energy. Not messy.
Yeah, the other thing is that there's a lot of different types of trail mixes, right? So sometimes you get trail mixes that have like, Reese's peanut butter cups in them. And sometimes they have just peanuts. Sometimes they have cashews and almonds. Sometimes it's like, Trader Joe's or Whole Foods trail mix. Sometimes it's just that one that you get that's like 99 cents in that little plastic sleeve. And you kind of just, chug it into your mouth there. But I agree. I think trail mix beats Cheetos. Although I do enjoy I like Cheetos. I like both types of Cheetos, but I'm not a super Cheetos fan or anything like that.
Whenever we get one of those boxes of chips for the kids, like little mini bags
for the lunches,
yes, the one that's always left, there's always like 10 bags of Cheetos left at the bottom because no one eats them.
No, we eat the Cheetos. What's left in our house is usually, my daughter doesn't like the barbecue chips, so those are all left for me. The barbecue Lays.
You can have our Cheetos. I don't want them.
Save them for me for next time I come to Pittsburgh. All right, moving on to the next one. We have Kit Kat, which is Jimmy Eat World. Universally loved comfort snack. Nobody hates Kit Kats. And those are going up against Corn Nuts, which are 4 years strong. Aggressively crunchy, the hardcore kid snack. Tom, I think you're up first here.
Yeah, aren't the corn? So I don't have a lot of experience with corn nuts. I think I've had them a couple times. They are really crunchy. They stick in your teeth pretty easily, if I'm not mistaken. Right? I don't know.
I don't have a lot of experience with corn nuts either.
Yeah,
Chris, do you?
I mean, I've had them. I don't think they stick in your teeth. I think they just are crunchy.
No, okay, they're a little too crunchy for me. Kit Kat is where my vote is.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Kit Kat is definitely the winner. I don't think I've ever purchased corn nuts, but I've eaten many a Kit Kat. So there's not a whole lot of chocolate. There's no chocolate so far on here. So if one is going to advance, I think Kit Kat deserves it.
Yeah, I go corn nuts.
Really?
Because I like the salt. I like the savory over the sweet. I always said that.
All right, you want a veto, or you're good to let this?
No, I'm good. I don't love it that much.
All right. So the final matchup in our Basement Show region is going to be Pop-Tarts, which are represented by Yellow Card, breakfast in a van at 7 a.m. before a Warped Tour set, versus Rice Krispie Treats, the starting line. Sweet, nostalgic, and tied to everyone's teenage years, just like screaming along to Best of Me. I guess, do I start? Should I start, Chris?
Sure. Go.
Yeah. The thing is, there's a lot of different varieties of Pop-Tarts. There's a lot of different flavors. You got your fruity, your s'mores, fruity, like your strawberries and stuff. You got your s'mores, chocolate and stuff. But I think, high fructose corn syrup versus high fructose corn syrup, I think Rice Krispie Treats are definitely the way to go. I would prefer those over Pop-Tarts. And, if we're talking about mess, those Rice Krispie Treats are usually individually packaged. You can get a box of them. Pop-Tarts is weird because there's two in the package. So you have to do something with the one that you're not eating, or you got to eat two. So Rice Krispie Treats is my vote here.
All right. Tom?
Rice Krispie Treats, especially like our Pop-Tarts are, I don't even know. Are they designed now to not be toasted at all? Are they meant to just be eaten? I know the people will eat them without toasting them in the past, but I'm missing that. I want mine warm if I'm going to have it. If you subbed in toaster strudel, I'd be all over that, but that's not here.
That's not really a road trip snack. You can't really.
No, exactly.
There's no toaster ovens in the car.
That's what I think about Pop-Tarts too, because I like those things warmed up, and so Rice Krispie Treats is where I'm going to go.
Really, like I prefer them not warmed up.
Do you? Okay.
I think the jelly, whatever is in the middle, I just don't like it warm. I like it, but it's Rice Krispie Treats. I don't know. I've had them both in the car. I've had them both on, whether it be on a road trip or just a 45-minute trip to wherever. But yeah, it's Rice Krispie Treats. They taste better. It's just
Chris,
better package.
Chris, you get that jelly warmed up too much. That's dangerous. That's like a pizza top of mouth burn that you get. That was the worst. I remember that.
You know what else is really gross is the plain Pop-Tarts. You ever have like the no icing Pop-Tarts? You ever see those?
Nah, I mean, I think I may have seen them. I don't think I would have ever eaten one.
Somebody bought a box of them for us, and I think we still have the box sitting there. I think they're still there.
Just rotting. I'm sure they're still good. The shelf life on those things is probably very long.
Maybe.
All right, so we got two of our regions down. The next region is called the Sad Lyrics region, which is a lot of emotional damage. And we're gonna start off with I'd say this is a pretty heavy matchup here. We have Snickers versus gummy bears. The Snickers are brand new, heavy, dense, and emotionally complicated, versus Newfound Glory, bright, sugary, classic pop punk energy. I think that fits well.
Mm-hmm.
The junk food of pop punk, Newfound Glory, Chris, right?
I guess. Steve, go ahead.
This I don't know. This one's tough. Again, I really do love the Snickers, and I feel like I might be one of the three of us here that are, trying to represent the chocolate, but Snickers is not really a road trip snack the way that gummy bears is a road trip snack. I feel like the gummy bears should take it here.
I'm still thinking. Go ahead, Tom.
He growled. That means he's thinking.
Yeah. No, this one's easy for me. I never liked Snickers. And there are certain chocolate ones I like, but I don't like the peanuts in there. It always drove me nuts. And so gummy bears is what I would vote.
No pun intended. Drove him nuts.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to figure out where I want to pull the trigger on a chocolate, because I know there is chocolate that I do like. This isn't one of those matchups, though. It's got to be gummy bears. They have sour gummy bears, too. I know that's not what we're talking about, but they have them.
Yeah. And those, there's a lot of different varieties. There's the kind of like 99-cent store ones, and then the real expensive ones.
Mm-hmm.
I
get
the
stale ones. How about the stale ones?
Stale gummy bears when they're like really hard, or they've been in the car and it's cold. You got to work extra.
You just put them in the microwave and you heat them up and they soften.
My daughter likes to get gummy bears inside of her Italian ices. So by the time they're inside. So by the time she gets them, they're rock hard. But I don't know. Kids, man. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next matchup, we have Cool Ranch Doritos, represented by Modern Baseball. A weird flavor that shouldn't work, but it absolutely does. Versus Slim Jim, Sum 41. Loud, aggressive, and perfect for reckless decisions on the road. Basically, the snack equivalent of early Sum 41.
I'll go here. I think this is going to go against everything that I said before, but I have this problem with Slim Jim. I have a problem with Slim Jim because if I'm going to get that, I'll just get the Jack Link's beef jerky stick, and it's going to be much better. Slim Jims are so greasy. They're not really that good. They kind of taste like plastic in a lot of ways. And the flavor is, I don't know, it doesn't taste natural. And so, road trip or at home, I'm picking Doritos Cool Ranch. And that's not even my favorite kind of Dorito, but I'm picking them every day. So that's my pick, Doritos Cool Ranch.
Tom, what do you think?
It's a classic snack. And I know I voted beef jerky on the other one, but I'm actually going to vote for Cool Ranch Doritos on this one. I don't really care about the mess on this one because I feel like that was one of the first snacks that I had that I thought was a little edgy. Like there was something about it, like, oh, it's not the normal like nacho flavor. It's like this Cool Ranch. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of fond memories of noshing on that snack.
Noshing. I like that term.
I know.
I love it. Yeah, Chris, you said it. I mean, the outside of a Slim Jim is like basically like the plastic tube around a pen. Not that I haven't eaten them, but I also would get one of those beef jerky sticks over a Slim Jim. But Chris, Randy Macho Man Savage, right? Snap into a Slim Jim, get some fond childhood memories there.
Yes.
But I think hands down, Cool Ranch Doritos are a more delicious snack. So mess or no mess, I would definitely buy that at the gas station or whatever instead of a Slim Jim for sure.
And the fan of wrestling that I am, obviously, I saw that commercial a million times. At that point, I always tried to snap into a Slim Jim, and it never really made that sound at all.
No, well, it is plasticky, but it's not. It doesn't make
it doesn't snap. No snap.
All right, I might need some help on this next one because I'm not exactly sure if I know what this is. So we have Cosmic Brownies, which is American football, pure nostalgic sadness in snack form, versus Funyuns. I know what that is. Motion City soundtrack, weird, chaotic, but extremely fun. Does anybody know what Cosmic Brownies are?
I do.
I made some of those back in college.
I mean, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
not-
Is that what it is? Okay, this is
No, it's a little Debbie treat.
okay. It's a little Debbie.
I
treat.
think if that's what this is pulling up.
Yes.
But yeah, little Debbie.
There we go. Okay, I can see. We just pulled up on the Googles. We can now see what cosmic brownies are. I think I may have eaten these before, and
Yeah.
I think they're delicious.
We bought a box last week, and they lasted for not even one day. It's not even me. I didn't have any of them. The kids just devoured the whole thing, and they're so easy to eat though, because they're like in those little pre-wrapped plastic things.
Mm-hmm.
You eat one, you could pop another one. It's mindless. It can be dangerous with these cosmic brownies. So,
I love that.
man, I'll tell you what though, I'm going Funyuns. I never would go against Funyuns. I've been a Funyuns guy for 20 years. I love Funyuns that long. So
It's funny because Funyuns are supposed to be like, onion rings. So they're chip versions of onions, and they don't taste like onions. I don't know what they really taste like.
tastes
But
like Funyuns.
they're delicious. And when I think of my youth, it's funny, we talk about cosmic special brownies or whatever, but I think about the movie Half Baked and when they call out Funyuns in Half Baked. And I think I would purchase Funyuns for a road trip over cosmic brownies. So that's 2 for that one.
You can't go wrong either way. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I get you. Go ahead, Tom.
Chris, are the cosmic brownies, are they soft? Do you know? I know you said you didn't eat one in the last week, but yeah, they're like really soft. They looked pretty tasty. I don't think I've had one.
I mean, the consistency when you take it out of the wrapper is not that it doesn't just droop. So it has it stays.
But it's like it's like cakey. It's pretty cakey.
It's cakey. Like yeah.
Okay.
When you bite into it, it's super soft and it's really like just the perfect chocolatey taste. So
yeah, it sounds tasty, but road trip Funyuns, how about?
All right, I'm doing another Google search here because I don't know what this next one is.
I had to search for this one too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's part of the list, so we're gonna do it. Hang on, let me get my bracket back.
And you know what? Like I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but I think you and I and Tom, you too, probably have had this and it wasn't this brand.
Okay.
Yep.
Like there's other brands that do the same thing.
What Chris is talking about is called Gardetto's Snack Mix, and that's the Menzingers blue collar bar snack energy, and that goes against Swedish Fish, which are the front bottoms, strange, polarizing, and beloved by fans who really get it. So I didn't know what Gardetto's was. This is what it looks like on the web here. So it looks like it's kind of a trail mix type of thing. This original recipe, it looks like it's got those, those big brown chips. It's got some pretzels. It's got some cheesy bites. I mean, this is kind of like a Chex Mix almost.
You get
It's exactly like Chex Mix.
Yeah.
Chex Mix.
You get something like this on an airplane too. Like this is something that they would give you.
Yes. It's weird. I feel like I have to vote for Swedish Fish because I've never purchased this thing. Like if it said like trail mix or like Chex Mix, which may be on the bracket later, then I'd probably vote for it. But I can't vote for something that I've never even purchased. So I'm going Swedish Fish.
Same. I'm going Swedish Fish.
Same. I'm going there too. And the one thing I'll say about Gardetto's, I haven't had that brand, but I think I have had a different brand. I feel like there was always like 2 or 3 things that I didn't like in there. So it was annoying that I left a few like of the breadstick looking things, like the chips. I like the big brown chips, but I didn't like the other ones. That was annoying to have to sift through a bag. Swedish Fish, I know what I'm getting.
The brown chips are the best. And
I love the brown chips. Yes.
The problem with the breadsticks in those is they never had any flavor on them. Like I felt like
they're worthless. They need to throw them out. Make more room for the brown chips, please.
Just a bag of brown chips. Hey, that's a great business idea. We should take that back to Gardetto.
Just a bag of brown chips.
Yeah.
All right, the Sad Lyrics region is complete now. We're going to move on to our final bottom right regional bracket, which is the Hot Topic region, Mall Emo Chaos. First one, we have Takis versus Sunflower Seeds. Takis are Pierce the Veil, extremely intense, slightly dangerous, and beloved by younger fans, versus Sunflower Seeds, which are something corporate. Classic road trip snack that takes time to work through, just like the emotional slow burn of screaming Constantine with your friends. I appreciate that description. Tom, let's start with you here.
I've never had Takis. I see them all over the place. I've never actually tried them. They look really good. So I guess, Steve, what you were saying before, I can't vote for it because I've never had it. Sunflower seeds are incredibly annoying to eat, but you can get them shelled. So I would just go. It doesn't say they need to be shelled in this. So I'm going to vote shelled or de-shelled. I guess we call it, right? It's the same thing. Shelled or de-shelled. Out of the shell sunflower seeds.
I understand.
What's the right way to say that? De-shelled or shelled?
I feel like shelled sounds better, but de-shelled sounds like is what it is physically happening.
That's what I want. Without the shell.
So you went Takis.
Sunflower seeds. No, I want sunflower seeds. That's what I want. Because I've never had Takis.
I've had Takis. They're delicious. I love spice. They scratch that itch. They come in different flavors, obviously, depending on what you like. They do make a mess on your fingers. So if I'm going to say that about Doritos nacho cheese, I have to go the same direction here. And I'll tell you what, I eat sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds. I've eaten those on road trips, on work trips, on road trips. It doesn't matter. And I don't know if you're supposed to chew and eat the seed too, but I tend to do that.
I think you're like you can. It's digestible.
Well, after a while, you start to like feel weird though once you do that too much.
Yeah, I've done that.
So, because I don't like having a cup of shells in my car.
I mean, that would be really, especially if you're the driver, to have to peel apart and just take the little seed out and then put them in something. That's difficult.
No, you peel it with you're not supposed to peel them apart because the flavor is on the shell.
So you put the whole thing in your mouth.
You just get the flavor off. You suck on it for a little bit, and then you shell them in your mouth with your teeth, and then you spit the shell into the cup.
Way too much work to eat something.
It's a lot of work.
It depends on the flavor, though. There's some really good flavors. So, and for a road trip, it passes the time. I'm going sunflower seeds.
I'm going sunflower seeds as well, but I'm taking basically Tom's reasoning is I have never had Takis. I don't eat sunflower seeds that often. I used to when I was a kid and played like baseball and stuff. I think I used to eat and swallow the entire thing, chew them up real good and swallow the shells. I've also spit them out. I've also opened them up. I like this salty flavor, and I just don't know enough about Takis. Even if you say they're good, Chris, I'm agreeing. I'm going with sunflower seeds.
My daughter, that's what she swears by. Like that's all she likes is Takis.
I feel like it's kind of like a next generation, like a younger than us fellas kind of snack. Maybe we're too old for Takis.
Yeah.
I don't think we're too old for any of the next two. This could be a tough one. We'll see. We have sour Skittles, which are Panic at the Disco, colorful, chaotic, theatrical energy, versus peanut M&Ms. The story so far: solid, dependable, no nonsense.
This one sucks. Actually, it kind of does. It kind of doesn't. But I feel like I just went first. Tom, go ahead.
This one, I don't like peanuts in treats like this. I like peanut butter, but like Snickers, I don't want peanut M&Ms. I enjoy M&Ms. I enjoy peanut butter M&Ms, but not peanut M&Ms. So sour Skittles is going to be my vote.
Yeah, peanut butter M&Ms. If those were on here, and
this is the jam.
Take a look around, guys, as we do this, because at the end I want to ask you if there's anything that you think should have been on here that wasn't. But if peanut butter M&Ms were on here, those could go far. I still am going to go peanut M&Ms. I feel like M&Ms. We don't even have traditional M&Ms or mini M&Ms. This is the only M&Ms on here, and we've got a lot of other Chewies that have moved on. So I'm gonna vote peanut M&Ms and split you down the middle and leave it up to Chris.
I think I always was the person that felt that Skittles tasted weird. I don't know why. Like something about them, I just never. Maybe it was the consistency. I don't know.
It's the chemicals. There's so much fucking chemicals in that.
But I love peanut M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms are one of my favorites, and I could eat a whole sleeve of peanut M&Ms in like T-minus 30 seconds. Like it's so good. And so for a road trip, this is the go-to.
Yeah, and you get that big bag, the big bag that has like the resealable thing on it.
Yeah, I don't need to reseal anything. I just eat the whole thing.
You got to share with the family.
Oh, you mean that
save
big
it.
bag? You're talking
Yeah.
about the one you hold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the big one, not the little paper John that you rip open.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the big one. And you got to seal that.
Yeah, I'm not
Which one's the sleeve, Chris? Which is the sleeve? You said you could eat a whole sleeve. Is that the
That's
little
what I'm
bag, the
talking
normal
about.
bag?
Like it's
Okay.
the giant size, but it's the sleeve, and you just tear it. Oh,
Okay. Nice.
And they have the little ripples on the end to make the tearing even easier. I'm glad that you went peanut M&Ms, Chris, because I would have busted out my veto for that one. I feel like I felt strongly. We only have 2 matchups left. Again, we're in the hot topic region here. We have combos, which is the used, messy, weird, and somehow still iconic. I don't know that they're messy, but I'll take that description as it is. Versus airheads, which is say anything, unpredictable and a little weird. I guess that's kind of because they have strange flavors. They have like white flavors that taste like weird things and blue flavors. I don't know. So we got combos versus airheads. Chris, you start us off.
yeah. Airheads taste like plastic. Combos are amazing. Combos it is. Like I just bought combos for a road trip last weekend, and I'm so glad I did. Even though my son just spilled the bag all over the bag that it was in, and so the combos were all at the bottom of another bag. I still ate them though.
Yeah. I find airheads to be awful too. The taste, like I think, Steve, you're talking about the mystery flavor, that white one. It's like, hey, surprise! You don't know what you're eating, and you'll find out now. And I don't know. I'm gonna go combos. It's a classic snack. It's very hearty too. I feel like it's very filling, especially some of those kinds you can get. But
the white airheads tasted like white plastic.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, these I don't think I eat either of these now. I've eaten plenty of them in the day. I like airheads. You know, as a 40-plus-year-old person now, I have, you know, you got like things on your teeth, you got crowns and implants and shit, and like airheads are just like the extreme of the sticky to your shit. So combos are not one of my favorites, but when I think about them, again, I haven't purchased them in 20 years, I don't know. But when I think back upon them, I think they're salty, they're pretzely, they got the cheese in the middle. At least that's the ones I had. They're pretty good. So I'm going to vote for combos, but I don't really care one way or the other on this one.
The non-pretzel combos would not move forward, but because we're allowed to pick, they're not only pretzely. So I'm glad. It's interesting you say that because that's what you remember.
That's all I remember. I don't think I've ever eaten non-pretzel or like non-salty. So the ones that are not pretzely that don't have salt around the edge?
No.
I think that's needed. I think that's needed to offset the. Is it always cheese in the middle?
Always cheese. Usually like nacho cheese
Fake
has
cheese.
like the white crunchy outside. It's like white or like what it is. It's like a cracker. It's just like a baked shell basically.
Gotcha.
It's just not. It's not the pretzel. Which, man, I don't know how you eat combos without the pretzel.
All right. Well, combos moves on regardless. We'll just assume they're pretzel ones moving forward. So the last matchup we have before we get into the what's next, Sweet 16, is Chex Mix, which is Bowling for Soup, a mix of everything, chaotic and fun, just like Bowling for Soup songs, versus Donuts, or is it Donuts? Hostess Donuts? Donuts? I don't know. Those are Simple Plan, sugary nostalgia from the early 2000s. That's the like sleeve of chocolate covered donuts, right? Okay.
Or they have
the minis, the mini ones.
Yes. Yeah. I'll throw my hand in here first and just say that Chex Mix is the winner here. I love Chex Mix. I think that we talked about, what was it, the Gardettos, which was like almost Chex Mix. Like actual Chex Mix is fantastic. I love the Chex cereal mixed with the pretzels and the Cheetos, the brown, whatever's in there. I would love to have that on a road trip. And if you have donuts, whatever, if it's warm in that car, that chocolate is going to like drip everywhere and the chocolate ends up on you. Chex Mix is the winner for me.
Tom?
Chex all the way. And they had a number of good flavors that I think came out too, right? They had some spicy ones. Chris, you mentioned you like spicy stuff. I loved the spicy Chex that they had. I love the classic. I think the classic was like the blue bag, I believe.
I think so.
There were a number of good ones. I think maybe the spicy one was green. So I dream of the green bag. It's a bit, just like you just said, Steve, I haven't purchased many of these snacks in a long time, but I have some fond memories about Chex Mix. So that's my vote.
Wonder how many different kind of donuts there are.
It's got to be just chocolate covered in the white powdered sugar, right?
Powdered sugar is the top selling. Other flavors include double chocolate frosted crunch. No, double chocolate one, frosted. That's another one. Crunch is another one. Old
Cinnamon?
fashioned is another one. Honey bun, which would be a mess.
Isn't honey bun a different thing though?
No. And then seasonal varieties like churro or carrot cake. Why is carrot cake seasonal? I guess spring.
I don't know.
The answer is Chex Mix. What are we talking about here? I don't want to eat all those donuts.
There's a spicy dill Chex Mix. That's a brand new flavor. I just don't know.
Oh, you got to be kidding
Spicy
me.
dill. We got to get that.
All right, I've been doing a lot of talking. Chris, you go through the matchups in this round of 16 here and give my voice a rest. We're not going to go back into the bands. We've described all of them at this point in time, so the snacks are going to speak for themselves moving forward. If you really care about the band, I can go back and look it up. You let me know.
All right. So just taking it from the left side from the top, we have now in the round of 16, we have Pretzel Rods versus Sour Patch Kids. We have beef jerky versus Pringles. We have Twizzlers versus Trail Mix. And then we have Kit Kat versus Rice Krispie Treats. And on the other side of the bracket, we have Gummy Bears versus Cool Ranch. Funyuns versus Swedish Fish. Should probably just eat those two things together and see what that tastes like. Sunflower Seeds versus Peanut M&Ms. And then Combos versus Chex Mix. There we are. There's our 16.
You go. You're hosting. You're doing it now. Set each one up.
Very good. Very good. All right. So let's go ahead and kind of start at the top then, where I started. Pretzel Rods versus Sour Patch Kids. We'll forego the bands because we already heard them. You can rewind back to listen to that. But Tom, why don't you kick us off with Pretzel Rods versus Sour Patch Kids?
I thought about this one. I like both of them, obviously. And Sour Patch Kids is where I'm going to go. I'm going to land. I like the chewy. I like the sweet. I like that sour. Those are fun snacks. I think they're, that's my vote.
Fair enough, Steve.
I didn't vote for Pretzel Rods against Nacho Cheese Doritos, but I think I am going to vote for Pretzel Rods against Sour Patch Kids. Not that I dislike Sour Patch Kids, but I think I would take a Pretzel Rod over Sour Patch Kids. There are other gummy candies I would take over the Sour Patch.
While we decided the pretzel rods were less messy, they had some longevity. They were tasty to a point. I do think that you get tired of pretzel rods after a while, and I never get tired of Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids, move on.
Any vetoes?
Nope, it's okay.
All right, next up, beef jerky of any brand versus Pringles. Steve.
This one is tough. This is actually this may be one of the tougher matchups here in this round because both of these are fantastic road trip snacks. But I think if there's going to be a chip represented here towards the finals, it's going to be Pringles, and I think I'm going to have to give my vote to Pringles.
I'm going jerky. Again, I can't go away from it. It's something I get on every road trip, every single time. And I don't know. I could do without the Pringles. They're so light, it's like you're eating nothing.
It's fun to be in this position. This is a very powerful position. I don't have to think very long about this one, though, because Pringles is my vote. I'm sorry. Pringles is what I got. They're so good. You made the comment. That was like the Paramore, right? You eat one, you can't stop.
That's right.
Yep.
I feel like Chris
Once
might
you
veto
pop,
here, though.
you can't stop.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh.
Either veto or move on.
I vetoed.
He vetoed.
I love that.
Beef jerky. Pringles goes in the trash. Sorry, Pringles. Beef jerky just moves on. All right. Nice use of veto.
Next up. This is a tough one. Two T's. Twizzlers versus Trail Mix. can't wait to see which way you guys go. I'll go first this time. I don't think I've ever even thought about the. Oh man, I'm still going to go trail mix. I think there's too many different possibilities and too many different combinations of things that I like that could be trail mix versus Twizzlers. Twizzlers are fine, but trail mix is just that much better.
Tom, what do you think?
I have to go trail mix because, like I said before, the Twizzlers is not my thing. But I like what you said, Chris, about this. Like, oh, I've never thought about these two before. I just pictured myself standing in a convenience store when I'm going through this, and like, you have that panic moment. Like, what am I going to get? What's it going to be? That's what I feel like while we're going through this. But trail mix is my vote.
Yeah, I'm on the same wagon as you guys. Trail mix moves on in a clean sweep over Twizzlers.
All right, now I think this next one's going to be this is going to be tough, I think, for some, because it's Kit Kat versus Rice Krispie Treats. Both of them are beloved snacks in a lot of different ways. Both of them are very delicious. Even though I went corn nuts, I get it with Kit Kat. So with that, Tom, why don't you kick us off? Kit Kat versus Rice Krispie Treats.
Kit Kat's cool with me. It's just I don't love the wafer. The wafer part. I wish that was peanut butter instead of or nougat or something. So I'm going to go Rice Krispie Treat. It's not my favorite chocolate. This Kit Kat. Reese's would be the number one. And I know I didn't even make it through, but go on Rice Krispie.
Steve?
I'm going to go opposite, and I'm going to leave it at a tie. I think as good as Rice Krispie Treats are, I love them. I think I'd have to represent some chocolate here. And Kit Kat I like the wafer. I like you can snap them in half. The white chocolate ones are really good. If it's Halloween time, there's like fucking orange ones, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. I think Kit Kat's the winner here.
I like that snap of a Kit Kat. You can't deny it. But nothing beats the gooey, delicious cube of Rice Krispies and marshmallow.
You might veto it.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's like it might not even be worth a veto because if I veto a Kit Kat, it's not going to move on the next one. So it's like a waste of a veto.
It might.
I'm gonna I like Rice Krispies. I'm cool with that. I'll just take the L there. That's fine.
Steve, I love that you're working so hard to represent chocolate. Like you want to be so diplomatic. Like you're thinking about that poor chocolate is not going to be represented in this bracket.
We need, in the final rounds, you got to have salty, you got to have chewy, you got to have chocolate. There's got to be something. So, we'll see how it shakes out.
I'm just going with what I like. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, not all brackets are going to work out. The number one seed is going to make it all the way, right? You gotta.
I don't think these were actually seeded, but I understand what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. I just want fair representation for all snack foods.
Well, we may or may not get it, but we're going to go down the other side of the bracket here. This one I think it's going to be a sweep. That's what I think. I'm not going to say which one I think it is yet, but it's Gummy Bears versus Cool Ranch Doritos. So, Steve, kick us off on this one.
So I'm wondering. I guess do you think that Cool Ranch Doritos is going to be the sweep? Because I don't know. I'm having a hard time here putting down those gummy bears. Again, I'm looking at the whole board here. We do have Sour Patch Kids already moved on. We have some chewy shit in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go gummy bears. I think gummy bears over Cool Ranch Doritos.
Tom.
Sure, I'm going Doritos because I'm going to represent this chip. This is the one chip that I think can make it on. Depending on you, Chris, this is in your hands.
No, I'm going Doritos. I'm going Doritos because I think the gummy bears are just plain Jane. Like, if we're getting into the Elite Eight of snack foods, I think you got to bring something a little bit more to the table than just plain Jane fruit choices in a gummy bear. Even though I've eaten a lot of gummy bears.
You guys ever have those gummy bears and they sell it like TJ Maxx and they call them like the top of the line gummy bears? Are they Haribo? Or are they something else?
That's one of them.
They come in like a weird package. Some gummy bears just they hit hard.
I like gummy bears. I do, but on a road trip I would do the Doritos.
Okay. Let's keep it going.
All right.
I accept that loss. Bye bye, gummy bears.
That wasn't the sweep that I thought it was going to be. I thought we were all going to go Cool Ranch. Yeah, I thought gummy bears were out, but I was wrong.
I'm glad I could provide some, some food for thought.
This next one I don't know. I really will be curious here. Funyuns versus Swedish Fish. I'm going to go Funyuns because I think that I think Swedish Fish can get, like, if we're talking about a long-term road trip, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Swedish Fish, you're good. But like you start popping like 6 to 12 and it starts tasting weird. I think it has this weird aftertaste that starts to get to you. So I would rather eat a bag of Funyuns and smell like Funyuns than have that weird aftertaste after eating maybe a small bag of Swedish Fish. That's my choice.
I'm going to go Funyuns too, but the reason that I have behind it is that, I'm not, upset about gummy bears getting kicked out, but with gummy bears, there's a lot, no matter what bag of gummy bears, like there's going to be a bunch of different flavors, even if like the colors are different and they don't really taste all that different, but there are some slight differences. With Swedish Fish, it's all the same and they're good, right? They're strawberry or cherry, whatever they are, but you're right. Too many of them. I would rather eat a whole bag of Funyuns than a whole bag of Swedish Fish. So I would keep the Funyuns.
And they do have multi-flavored Swedish Fish now.
Do they?
Yeah. Tropical Swedish Fish. Like, they got different kinds.
Maybe I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with you guys anyway. Funyuns is where I'm going. I know they even have some good. They have like a spicy one.
They do.
They got the flaming hot.
They got flaming hot Funyuns. How do you beat that? That's amazing. All right. Next up, the sunflower seeds. Do you eat them whole? Do you spit them out? That's up to you. Versus, I think, one of the powerhouses of this bracket, peanut M&Ms. All right. Tom, go ahead. Kick us off on this one.
I'm never going to be able to get past the peanut M&Ms. I'm sorry. They're always going to be pushed down on my ranking. And I'm going to go shellless sunflower seeds.
All right. Even though it's not really health conscious to do it, health conscious Chris says go with the sunflower seeds, even though there's a lot of sodium. We're not really talking about health conscious stuff here.
There is nothing on this list that is health conscious. Maybe the trail mix.
Trail mix can be, but I'm getting the oversized bag of peanut M&Ms, and I'm not sharing.
Yeah, I thank you, Chris, for not making me use the veto because I would have. Peanut M&Ms definitely needs to move on. I feel like it's going to be me and you versus Tom to see how far peanut M&Ms can go. But you don't have a peanut allergy or anything. You're just not a big fan.
I love peanut butter. I just don't like peanuts in candy or treats. Okay. Like it just bothers me. Like the full peanut.
You're not going to blow up if you had a
no allergy.
Okay.
No, I love peanut butter.
All right.
Well, we're not forcing anybody to try these as we're doing this.
You have to eat all of them.
You're telling me to do this. Like, stop.
You didn't get your overnight FedEx, Tom, of all these snacks?
Go get some Gardettos right now.
Jason, who made this bracket, you got to send us all these snacks, and then we're going to do it for real next time.
All right.
That would be awesome, tasting them while commenting.
This is a head-to-head matchup of two salty, savory, cheesy in some ways snacks. So battle of the Titans here. Combos versus Chex Mix. I don't know which way I'm going to go yet, so I'll hand it off to one of you guys.
I'll start this one off. It's Chex Mix all the way. Chex Mix, I think, stands the test of time. I've had Chex Mix since I was like a little kid, throughout high school, college, even into adulthood. I think Chex Mix is awesome. Combos, I just those fell by the wayside as a snack that I stopped purchasing long ago. If I ever, I mean, I did purchase them, but Chex Mix, I think, is a clear winner for me.
Okay, so I'll go next. I think Chex Mix are fine, but you cannot beat the fact that Chex Mix is just Chex Mix. Like, it's just those crunchy pieces with flavoring on them. Combos not only has the crunchy, salty piece that Chex Mix offers, but it also gives you another flavor that's sandwiched in between it. whether it be pepperoni pizza, nacho cheese,
Pepperoni.
plain cheese. No, that's all flavors.
I
You
know.
laugh, but it's true.
I just laugh at how artificial it is.
I mean, okay, but what's not artificial? So we talking about real pizza inside the combos? Like
That would be good.
Chex Mix, has artificial stuff too, but you're getting double your money with combos. Like you're getting that cheesy, you're getting that stuff in the middle, you're getting the crunchy, the consistency is amazing, and I don't know how you lose there. Like it's everything that you want. Combos is the way to go. That's my vote.
Tiebreaker.
My vote is Chex Mix, and I'm sorry, Chris. That's a classic snack. Come on. Chex Mix is just like any mood I'm in, I can eat that snack. Combos is kind of a specific time. And I get that what you're saying, the point about all the different flavors and things like that. And yeah, I'll give you that. But I'm a Chex Mix guy through and through.
They have buffalo wing sauce combos. Like they're amazing.
Well, they got hot and spicy Chex Mix. They've got all sorts of different zests and things on there too.
But there's no cheese in the middle of them.
No, it's true. There's not. But they got the big brown pieces, Chris. They got the
Big brown chips.
All right. The tribunal has spoken. I have no more vetoes.
You're out of vetoes. So I think Tom and I could still use a veto in this next round, which is the round of 8. Yes. All right. So we're down to 8 snacks. We have Sour Patch Kids versus beef jerky. We have Trail Mix versus Rice Krispie Treats. We have Cool Ranch Doritos versus Funyuns, and we have Peanut M&Ms versus Chex Mix. So to move on from the top left bracket, Sour Patch Kids versus beef jerky. Chris, he growls like a puppy.
It's just like I'm thinking. That's my thinking. It's beef jerky.
It's my thinking growl.
He's a beef jerky guy through and through. When he's throwing out the names,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I'll take the Jack Links. I'll take the the Wild Bills and the little tobacco thing.
Do you go to like those specialty jerky stores that sell like kangaroo and alligator and camel jerky and stuff?
I haven't, but I would. But I look, I mean, there's some really good shops that sell like fresh beef jerky that I've had that's really, really delicious too. Sometimes it's better than those Jack Links pouches you get at the gas station or Walmart. So, but I don't know. Like, there's just nothing like it I mean, up against Sour Patch Kids, I'm going, again, just looking at the bracket, up against Sour Patch Kids, I'm going beef jerky every time.
Tom doesn't eat beef.
Yeah, I know, but I still got to be fair, just like compare the two, because I don't think it's reasonable to take down beef jerky with Sour Patch Kids. I don't think that's a fair battle for Sour Patch Kids to be in. So I'm going to have to say beef jerky just for all those out there, those beef lovers out there that deserve to eat their Jack Links, or what were you talking about, Chris? The little can.
Wild Bills.
Wild Bills, whatever there is. So that's where I'll go.
Chris, that was a really good use of a veto, because you vetoed over Pringles, beef jerky moved on, and now even Tom is voting beef jerky through. I agree. I would vote beef jerky over Sour Patch Kids, but that was one I thought maybe, Tom, you would veto and have Sour Patch Kids move on.
Well, I'm holding on just for another one.
Hold on. All right, beef jerky's in the final 4. We're going down now to Trail Mix versus Rice Krispie Treats. I'll start this one off. I think Trail Mix is going to take it for me. I think it's very versatile. As we said, I think it was Jack's Mannequin that was compared there. Rice Krispie Treats are very good, but they're just a singular thing. I think Trail Mix should be the winner here.
Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, no, I was going to go Trail Mix. Trail Mix is beautiful. I feel like it's one of the only ones that we've all consistently continued to vote for. Now, I'm not saying Chris is going to do that this time.
No, look, I mean, it's a family favorite here in our household. We get the big tub from Target. There's different kinds you can choose. My son eats most of it, but there's still a little bit left for Dad if I want some. Gotta love the wasabi pea trail mix, by the way. If you haven't tried that, go try that.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be careful with the acid reflux on the spicy and the wasabi, Chris. Be careful.
Man.
We're getting old.
We're not talking about that.
We both have acid reflux.
The whole other.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It sucks.
Spicy stuff, the
it's the life
worst.
we live in. We have Tums afterwards. It's okay.
Mm.
All right, so 2 of our final 4 have been determined. The left side of the bracket comes down to beef jerky and trail mix, but on the right side, we still have 2 mashups. We have Cool Ranch Doritos versus Funyuns. So it's chips versus chips here, essentially. Tom, why don't we let you get started here? Does the fun run, Funyuns Cinderella run, end here?
For me, it does. This is Cool Ranch. If you put those two next to each other, I'm going to grab the Cool Ranch Doritos every time. But just overall better, I think.
Chris?
Funyuns.
Ooh, I'm the deciding vote here. So we have weird flavor versus weird flavor. Fake onion ring versus, I mean, it doesn't taste like ranch dressing. They made up a flavor and they made us get addicted to it. And I think that Funyuns Cinderella run comes to an end here. I think Cool Ranch Doritos moves on. Yeah, absolutely. I think that deserves to be a top 4 snack.
I can't be that mad. It's Doritos. Like, it's Doritos. I get it. I think probably 65 to 70% of the population hates Funyuns. Guaranteed.
I think you're right. But
yeah,
the 3 of us tend to like them, apparently.
I like them. I'm in the 30%, but all right, that's fine. I understand.
All right, so the last of this round comes down to peanut M&Ms versus Chex Mix, and this will be the last time that either Tom or I could use a veto if we wanted to. I think maybe I go first. Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah,
yeah. I think peanut M&Ms has to move forward. I love Chex Mix, but if we're being even keeled and thoughtful about all this, we have Chex Mix and we have Trail Mix. They're not the same, but they're in the same vicinity. I think the peanut M&Ms should move forward here, and I think that I would actually purchase peanut M&Ms for a road trip more times than I would Chex Mix.
Yeah, I generally don't purchase Chex Mix for a road trip, to be honest with you. Like, I buy it for a party, but I don't buy it in the car. If I had the ability to buy chocolate, which I try not to, I will buy peanut M&Ms. That's my go-to. So it's got to be the winner.
You got something in your pocket there, Tom?
Can you double veto? Like, if I veto, are you allowed to veto on top of me to cancel it out?
I don't know how that would work. I don't think I can.
I've got to push peanut M&Ms out of this. I'm sorry. Like, Chex Mix is one of my favorite snacks, go-to snacks for a trip. And so either it may be against Trail Mix. That's okay. That'll be kind of a fun battle. Never know.
Well, now that you've vetoed peanut M&Ms away from me and Chris, there's no way that we're going to let Chex Mix move forward in the next round. So, you've just doomed Chex Mix.
Yeah, but hold on. You gotta be fair. You got to put it up against what it's up against.
No, we're angry. And
you've also wasted your
grudges.
veto. This is the first time in bracket history you've wasted your vetoes.
No, I've wasted it before.
Have you?
I have.
Why
I
do you
think the
waste so
first
many
time we
vetoes?
did it. It's not that I wasted it. I just didn't feel the need to use it.
You might as well just have thrown it away.
I did. There were times where I would have used it, but I didn't need to. So it's okay. Play it as it lies, as Shooter McGavin would say. We're down to the final 4. Chris, take us home here.
This is a tough one. So, final 4 is beef jerky, trail mix, Cool Ranch Doritos, and Chex Mix for the title of I don't know, best pop punk road trip snack. All right. So let's go for it. Right from the get-go, beef jerky versus trail mix. What say you guys? Steve,
Tom,
you're
me?
first.
Okay.
Yeah, you're first.
These are both great road trip snacks, and yeah, I just go down to, again, I'm in the store, and I'm looking at them next to each other, hanging on them hooks, and I'm like, all right, both of these snacks have been here since 2009. Which one am I gonna go with? I think I'm going beef jerky versus the trail mix. I don't know if I feel 100% about it, but something about, maybe I just kind of feel like eating beef jerky right now. But something's telling me to go beef jerky.
Tom?
Me now would vote trail mix, but I'm trying to be fair to this road trip theme. I have to stick with the beef jerky choice as well because that was the go-to. That was when I looked at those things hanging on the hooks too. I would just, that's gonna sit well. It's gonna be hardy, gonna keep you going. I mean, trail mix will do a similar thing, but beef jerky.
Get out your brooms, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a sweep. Beef jerky is my choice as well. If I was in that same convenience store or Sheets where I like to go, Steve, Tom, I would choose the beef jerky over the trail mix, even though my wife doesn't really eat meat and the kids don't really. Maybe one of them likes beef jerky, but they love the trail mix. I'd still buy the beef jerky for myself. So.
Not everybody knows what Sheets is. Sheets is, the convenience store.
They can
gas
Google
station.
It.
Google Sheets with a Z. You get a Schmiskit or a Schmegel or something.
All right. Next, to find out who's going to be up against beef jerky in the finals, Cool Ranch Doritos versus Chex Mix.
Silence.
Tom.
I'm sticking with my baby of Chex Mix. I'm pushing for it. Just remember, you two, how versatile this is. We've got lots of different flavors. We're not just talking, Chris, you mentioned this before. You got a lot of different flavors. Cool Ranch Doritos is very specific. One flavor, less mess on the fingers. There's going to be some mess on the fingers, but not nearly as much as you would get from Cool Ranch Doritos. And so Chex Mix is my vote.
Chris?
Excuse me, I'm getting all choked up here. I think, looking at the different Chex Mix flavors, I forgot about bold. I forgot about cheddar. There are a lot of good Chex Mix. I'll tell you what, if we can't have trail mix in this whole shebang, we're going to have Chex Mix. I'd go with Chex Mix.
I was thinking about this. I was kind of hoping I would be the deciding factor, but that's okay. Because what I was going to say is that when you think about eating like a large quantity of these two items, like let's say you're driving and you're hungry and you don't have time to like stop for lunch, so you're just going to be a pig and just eat snacks for lunch, right? I feel like, yes, Chex Mix is salty, right? So you eat a lot of it. There's a lot of salt in there, but like there is a threshold for Cool Ranch Doritos where like when you eat too many of them, it kind of starts to taste weird in your mouth. Like you're like, this flavor was really good for like one of those small bags that you put in the kids' lunch. But once you're like a pig and you eat like two of those, it just and the taste like stays in your mouth, and then like your mouth has weird taste for like a period of time afterwards, where like Chex Mix is just salty. So I was also going to give the nod to Chex Mix here. All the respect in the world to Cool Ranch Doritos, but Chris is also right. If trail mix is out, the Chex Mix is a good representation here for the finals. So Chex Mix moves on and takes down the giant of Cool Ranch Doritos, and we're left with the final two. The championship matchup is beef jerky versus Chex Mix, and I don't want to be the deciding factor here, so I'll just go first. I think I'm gonna go beef jerky. I think beef jerky, I don't know. I just think I want it more often on a road trip than I want Chex Mix. So I'm going to give it the nod. I think beef jerky is the ultimate pop punk road trip gas station snack.
Tom?
I think you should. Yeah, I was going to say you should probably have me go next because you know what I'm voting for. I will stay tried and true with my Chex Mix choice. And remember the good old days of eating bags of it.
I'll tell you what, like if you think about eating what's Chex Mix is just crunchy, whatever it is, rice. I don't know what's Chex Mix made of. Just
it's like rice
grains.
cereal shit.
Yep.
That's what it is. Like the consistency is just whatever it is. Forget about carbohydrates. It doesn't really matter here, but you're just getting that same thing. Like for me, if I'm going to eat something in bulk, it's going to be beef jerky. It's just so much more enjoyable of an experience, and totally understand those that don't eat meats, and that's it's not going to be the best thing, for anybody like that. But I do think that in a vacuum, beef jerky beats Chex Mix. If it were me, if I were going on a road trip, and to be fair, every time I go on a road trip, I'll say it again, we stop at a gas station. My wife will tell you, first thing I come back to the car with that I pull out of the bag is a bag of beef jerky. So I got to stay true to that.
So beef
Honey,
jerky
I
is
got
the
the
winner.
Jack Links.
And she wants nothing to do with it. She says, "Ooh, that's gross. Like you're going to get that all over my steering wheel."
Look, I don't care. It's delicious. Is there any? So beef jerky is the winner of the bracket. Thank you to all three of us for participating. Is there anything? All right. So Tom, if you were to do this all by yourself, what do you think would have come out as the winner?
Dang, all by myself. Chex Mix would have been up there as a good competitor. I'm looking down this list. I love Reese's like peanut butter cups. I might have tried to get like whatchamacallit, why can't I think of what's the Reese's like M&M equivalent again?
Reese's Pieces.
Thank you. I don't know why I can think of that. That would have been my number one probably. I love those.
Chris, if it was just you.
I do like Reese's Pieces. If it were just me, it would have been beef jerky again. But I definitely would have had combos going further. I don't know about combos versus peanut M&Ms though. That would have been a interesting one.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I would have changed much else. I think it pretty much went the way that I thought it was going to go.
I think it would have been Pringles versus peanut M&Ms for me, and I
okay.
couldn't tell you which one would actually win. But we got the chip that's good for the road trip, and we got the chocolate that's good for the road trip. So it probably would have been one of those two. Anything that you guys can highlight that is not that was not part of this? What should have been on here that wasn't on here? Anything you could think of?
Payday.
Payday?
I love Payday.
That's a chocolate.
Like candy bar. It's like a candy bar.
Mm-hmm. Payday.
Tom?
What else?
I mean, a lot of the things that I like would be specialized. Like you mentioned the dill pickle chips. I like the Kettle brand dill pickle. Like that's one of my favorites. They've got like a truffle chip too that I absolutely love. So I would have thrown some of those on there, but they're a little bit more specific.
Oh, truffle chips.
Popcorn. There's no popcorn on there. That's kind of weird. We're missing some popcorn. That's a tasty snack.
That's what I was going to say. It's definitely missing some sort of popcorn, whether it's Pirate's Booty's not popcorn. Those are like Cheetos or
corn puffs. Those are like the puffs.
Or Smart Puff or what? Oh, yeah, it's missing some popcorn. And then if there's a chip that I really, really like, and it's kind of like one of those old school chips that is like similar to a Funyun, it's Munchos. I think Munchos is an underrated snack. I would have thrown Munchos on there somewhere, but other than that, I'm not sure. I think nowadays the new wave stuff would be like the nerd gummy clusters or the ropes or whatever where they mix the nerds with the whatever.
Have you had those, by the way, the gummy clusters? Have you tried one?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They're too sweet. It's just too much.
I could eat a lot of them.
See, I don't like nerds.
And what's also missing is goldfish. Goldfish crackers are a very good road trip snack. I think that those could have been on here somewhere.
Not a ska band, but
what's that?
Anyway, so I think this is pretty representative of most of the main things. Like, yeah, I think we have our other thing. Like I didn't mention salt and vinegar chips too. I really like those, but that's kind of niche, right? I think, but.
Indeed. Well, we'll post the empty bracket when we release this episode, so that if you want to make your own and let us know what you think should have been the top pop punk road trip snack, then we look forward to hearing your opinions. This was super fun. It didn't really have much to do with pop punk, but I liked that we had those kind of ways that we tied it into pop punk. So again, thanks to Jason for coming up with this for us. Also, thank you to all of our patrons. We got Chris P, Punkish Dad's friend, Punk Rock Mom, Jeff, Tom, Ashley, Jason, Sam, Chris W, Nick, and Steve C. Appreciate if you want to join our Patreon, just go to patreon.com/HSNEpod, and we do a lot of fun, crazy things like talk about snacks. Yeah.
Absolutely. And don't forget to check out our shop. You can get to our shop where we do not sell candy or Chex Mix or beef jerky. Maybe we should.
Should HSNE branded stuff. Wait a second. We forgot a few things, Chris, before we wrap it up. Can we go backwards?
Well, let me I'll get that out of the way.
Okay.
Go to www.hsnepod.com. That's our hub. That'll take you to our shop where you can buy all of those things minus the beef jerky. Now let's back up.
Now we have plugged ourselves. Now I need to plug our friend Tom Keiger here from Houston Calls and his new solo project, which is called Throw Thermal Pod. Tom, if people don't understand what Throw Thermal Pod is, first off, there's new music on Spotify, and we're going to play a song right now-ish. Tell us what Throw Thermal Pod is, because it's genius.
Oh, that's, growing up, my favorite movie of all time, it still is my favorite movie, is Big with Tom Hanks. I just was in love with that movie the first time I saw it and always have been. And there's a scene in that movie towards the beginning of the movie. So he's a kid and he wishes he were big. So he becomes a 30-year-old overnight, which is ridiculous. But he is playing this video game, like very MS-DOS looking video game, like the ones that you had to type in exactly what you wanted to do, the action that you were trying to make. And he's playing this game and it's like, his mom's screaming at him to take out the garbage. So he's getting really stressed out and he's like trying to like solve the puzzle of this game. It's like you were in this evil cavern of the ice wizard. What do you want to do? And he's like trying to type in and his mom's screaming at him and he loses the game because he gets flustered and he gets like frozen in time forever. And he's gone. Fast forward to later on in the movie, he calls the game back up when he's got like new perspective. And he's got lots of time as this 30-year-old and he puts the game back in and he's playing it and he's like very calm and, gets to think about what he's typing. And he types in melt wizard. That's the first response that he writes. And then the thing comes back and says, what do you want to melt him with? And then he like thinks for a second and he just like takes a big breath, I feel like, and he's very calm and he types in throw thermal pod and he defeats the game. And it's just like, I don't know. It's absurd, but it always stuck with me. It's just one of those things that, I always remembered Throw Thermal Pod as just being a solution. It just like had a different meaning it took on because, as he's an adult, he's got this, like I said, different perspective and he's able to reflect on his childhood and he really misses it. But then he's very focused and just like solves this problem with, throwing a thermal pod, whatever the heck that is, but that's what he does.
And so you're reflecting upon your childhood and coming up with some new music for us, right? That's what it is. Are you going to make a podcast called Throw Thermal Podcast? Because it sounds like a podcast. It's not a podcast yet.
No, I don't have any plans for that. No, I think I'll just keep rolling along with the music. But yeah, I'm like, you go in these waves as a songwriter, like you find these moments where you're like getting really into writing songs and all throughout the time I haven't been playing professionally, I've been like into that, but I feel like it's ramping up a lot right now because I'm recording more on my own. I'm getting really excited about things. And I was just like, I'm just going to make this year where I release a bunch of songs. And I've already got like 2 or 3 that are almost done right now that I haven't been put out there. So I own the Spotify. I can just do things on my own. I'll just release them as they come.
So definitely check out Throw Thermal Pod. You can check them out on Bandcamp or a few days after it goes on Bandcamp. It usually goes on Spotify. And I definitely want to play for the folks here the most recent single, if you will, which is called I Pay Rent. Do you have anything that you want to kind of preface before we play it here?
It's just a lot of stream of consciousness right here. It's kind of, I was trying to write very honest lyrics about what I was feeling at a specific time. That sounds very cliche, but it was just like, a lot of the other songs I've written have been stories. And this one was just kind of, this is what's going on right now with me.
All right. So here's
All right.
I Pay Rent by Throw Thermal Pod, Tom Keiger.
I take pills and I drink drinks. All of the things that make me never have to think. I run laps, yeah, I eat well. At least I think I do. But I still feel like I'm on my way to hell. My way to hell. I pay rent, yeah, I pay bills. It seems that I found the cheapest of the cheapest thrills. And I'm confused. What are you? How are you not messed up and regretful too? I'm dreaming of ways that I say what I want. I just want to say what I mean. Try to please everyone, you'll fall apart. I'm fighting and crying, I'm screaming. Are we okay? Do we have to be? Everything that we see's perfect on our stupid little brain dead. Are we okay? 'Cause it seems to me we'll run around to sift through all the lies and what it all means. Well, I'm a dad, and I hate ads. And yet I stare at all these things that make me mad. Am I okay? Do I have to be? You may think I'm feeling like $1,000,000, but you can't see. I'm dreaming of ways that I say what I want. I just want to say what I mean. Try to please everyone, you'll fall apart. I'm fighting and crying, I'm screaming. Are we okay? Do we have to be? Everything that we see's perfect on our stupid little brain dead. Are we okay? 'Cause it seems to me we run around to sift through all these lies and what it all means. Sometimes we feel so alone. You're not alone. Are we okay? Do we have to be? Everything that we see is perfect on our stupid little brain dead screen. You are the one who feels if you'll be okay. Don't run away for fear that things will never change. You are the one who feels if you'll be okay. Don't run away for fear that things will never change.
Tom, I love that song, man. It's
That's
awesome.
it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that was the first time I heard that song, and a very catchy song. Here's what I want to know too: is did you write the music first and then add the lyrics, or vice versa, or was it kind of just done all at once?
I did. Oh, what kind of back and forth. Like the lyrics came to me first. The first couple lines, I wanted to say that, and then everything else. Then the music kind of took way, and then I wrote the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah, it fit perfectly. It was great, and I really like the fact that you accentuated "stupid little screen." Like that's something you felt really, really very strong about. You know, with that song, and you know, it's the world we live in now. So
Yeah, I love you got a little speak lyrics there. You dropped there's an explicit
Having some
on this
fun.
one. Yeah, you did a little shit word there. But I love
Yeah, I
this.
think it picked up an explicit for that. I put no because I forgot that was in there, and then it picked up on me anyway. Obviously, they probably run it through.
Spotify gotcha.
Yeah.
But I love the stream of consciousness. Yeah, dude, you got some ripping guitar solos there. You incorporated like kind of like a slow down like piano part. So that's, you're kind of, calling back to your Houston Calls roots there. And as Chris said, the stupid little brain dead screen, I'm 100% guilty of being totally on the phone way too much, but I also understand that I hate it, and that's just like who we are now. So that was really cool, and look forward to more stuff. You've new songs that are coming out soon.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just working on one right before I jumped on here with you all, and I got really pumped because it's something that just came out, and it's like it's a really weird situation though, because for me, I don't know what style I'm going to be going with. Like, obviously that specific song has it kind of sounds like what I would have done in the past. Right. But there's also some differences. I feel like slight differences. And I feel like because I'm playing every instrument, and no, I'm not playing the drums. I'm just programming the drums, but like I'm playing the bass and I'm playing like keys on those songs, and just like, I can go a lot of different directions, so it's kind of fun exploring.
Awesome. Well, tell everybody the handles on the places to follow Throw Thermal Pod.
Yeah, it's on everything that you find. It's going to be Throw Thermal Pod, like one word. So it's going to be on Instagram and on Spotify, same thing, and on Apple Music and on Bandcamp. I think it's just bandcamp.com/Throw Thermal Pod. Or maybe it's throwthermalpod.bandcamp.com. It could be that. But you'll find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. We'll find it. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us, Chris. Anything else? Anything we missed?
Didn't miss anything, but I think this was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Steve, are we going to do more of these this month?
Yes, we have more of the March Madness bracket challenges coming up. So make sure and stay tuned. Chris already kind of told you, go to hsnepod.com for the Patreon, for the Discord, follow us on the socials at hsnepod, give us a rating, give us a review. I think that's it, Chris, right?
That's it, sir.
All right, guys, we'll be back next week with another new episode. Until then, keep on rocking your dad bods, throw up your rock hands, and blast the pop punk.
Dragon Wagon.